Everything felt like it was holding its breath in episode 4. And now, episode 5 is ready to hit us with full force. You think Belly's heart was already torn? Think again, because what's coming next is not just another chapter in her summer story. It's the moment that could change everything. For the first time this season, someone might actually walk away not just from the beach house, but from Belly too. Let's rewind for a moment. For the next wave crashes. Asterisk episode 4 left us on the edge of something big. The tension has been growing, not just between Conrad and Jeremiah, but deep inside Belly too. She's stuck in the middle, still carrying memories of past summers, but also facing a new reality where love doesn't fix everything. Let's be honest, the cracks are starting to show. The episode opened with Belly waking up to yet another silent morning in the beach house. The warmth and laughter that once filled every corner now feel distant. Susanna's absence still haunts them all, and it's clear that grief is settling in deeper than before. Even when the group tries to move forward, her shadow lingers in small, quiet moments, a photo frame, an untouched garden chair, or the way Laurel can't finish a sentence without pausing. Meanwhile, Conrad is falling apart in a way he won't admit. He hides behind sarcastic comments, eye rolls, and distance. But that quiet scene where he sits alone on the porch, just looking out at the waves, says everything. He's not over Belly. He's not over losing his mom. And he definitely isn't okay with how things are slipping out of his control. Jeremiah, on the other hand, is done waiting. In episode 4, he finally starts standing up for himself, not in a loud or dramatic way, but in the kind that stings more. He calls Belly out, gently but clearly, for not knowing what she wants. He wants to protect her, but he's tired of being second choice. The way he looks at her in that late-night scene under the porch lights, it's not just love. It's heartbreak mixed with hope. Taylor and Steven bring a little brightness, but even their story is tangled now. Taylor wants more from Steven, emotionally, but Steven, he's not sure how to give it. He's caught between being the fun guy and trying to grow up, especially as everything around him feels uncertain. One of the biggest moments in episode 4 was when Belly found that old letter from Susanna. We only got a quick glimpse, but that was enough. It had Susanna's handwriting, and just reading the first few words was enough to send Belly into tears. We don't know yet what the full letter says, but it's clear that it holds something Belly wasn't ready for. A goodbye? Secret? A wish for the future? Theories are already flying. The last few minutes of the episode slowed everything down. We saw Belly walking along the shore, barefoot, letting the waves crash around her. No words, no music, just silence and the sound of the ocean. It felt like she was searching for something, or maybe someone. That moment, simple as it was, set the emotional tone for what's coming next. And then came the trailer drop for episode 5, fast cuts, heavy music, and flashes of scenes that suggest this story is about to hit a turning point in the next section. We'll dive deep into the episode 5 trailer, frame by frame, and unpack what every single moment could mean for Belly, Conrad, Jeremiah, and everyone else stuck in this summer storm. Asterisk, they say, trailers are just glimpses, but sometimes a few seconds can say more than an entire episode. The trailer for episode 5 doesn't give everything away, but it doesn't need to. It's not about what's said, it's about what's not. The tension in every stare, the weight behind each pause, and the storm hiding beneath those soft beach sunsets. Let's break it down, not just scene by scene, but heartbeat by heartbeat. The trailer opens on Belly, standing alone on the dock. No music, just the wind and water. Her hair is slightly wet, not from the ocean, but like she's just cried and wiped her face with salty hands. She stares ahead, unmoving. That first image tells us a lot. She's at a crossroads. She's not running anymore, and she's not pretending. Episode 5 might finally be the moment. Belly starts choosing for herself, and not just between Conrad and Jeremiah. Next, we see a quick flash of Jeremiah. He's laughing, but not in joy. It's that painful kind of laugh you do when you're disappointed but already expected it. He's in the kitchen with Steven, and the quote we hear is short. Of course she did. We don't know who he's talking about, but it's easy to guess. Did Belly say something? Choose something. Or worse, choose nothing again. Right after we cut to Conrad, he's in the car alone. The lighting is cold, the windows fogged. Up like it's early morning, his eyes are red, and he looks like he hasn't slept. He's holding something in his hand, a necklace. Maybe something Belly once gave him. The shot lingers on his grip tightening. Then the line comes. I don't think she even knows what she wants. This isn't the calm, quiet Conrad from the past. This is the version of him that's breaking but refusing to show it. Then we get Belly again, this time in the middle of a summer bonfire. Music in the background. People dancing, but she's frozen, like she doesn't belong. Taylor grabs her hand, trying to pull her into the moment. We hear Taylor whisper, "You can't keep living like you owe everyone something." It's one of the trailer's strongest lines. Maybe that's the theme of episode 5, letting go of guilt. And finally, choosing joy. Or truth. Suddenly, the screen cuts to black, and we hear Laurel's voice. Strong, emotional, a little bit broken. "You don't get forever, Belly. You get now. What are you going to do with it?" This might be part of a scene between mother and daughter, one we haven't seen in a while. Laurel hasn't had much time with Belly this season, but it looks like she's stepping back in to guide her at the most crucial point. The final few seconds of the trailer are cut. Fast flashes of a possible fight between the brothers. Belly running out the front door, Taylor crying on the beach, and a slow shot of someone, possibly Conrad, walking down the driveway with a suitcase. Then silence. Just the sound of waves again. Belly's voice soft, breaking, layered. Over the final image of the empty dock. "I thought I was ready, but maybe love isn't about being ready." Fade to black. This trailer didn't just tease drama, it promised a shift. A change in energy, emotion, and maybe even the end of someone's chapter. Episode 5 looks ready to tear the calm apart, give us the kind of emotional storytelling we haven't seen since Susanna's final goodbye. In the next part, we'll take a look at the first official images and early teasers that reveal more than the trailer lets on, including hidden clues about where this summer storm is headed. Asterisk sometimes. The loudest part of a story is hidden in silence, or in this case, in still frames. While the trailer got fans talking, it's the first official images and teaser clips that quietly dropped afterward that might hold the real secrets. These photos aren't just for aesthetic, they're emotional signals. And if you look close enough, you'll notice they whisper truths about what's coming in episode 5. Let's start with the most telling shot, Belly sitting on Susanna's bed, sunlight pouring in through the curtains, her fingers barely touching a box of old memories. Her expression is unreadable. Not sad, not happy, just still. And that's what's chilling. Previous seasons, Belly's emotions were loud, crying, shouting, laughing. But here, she's quiet. And that quietness screams 1,000 things. Grief, pressure, regret, but maybe also a decision. Zooming in on that box, fans notice something small and familiar. A bracelet Conrad gave her in season 1. Why is it in Susanna's room now? Did Belly return it? Did Susanna hide it there long ago? The fandom's already buzzing, and rightly so. They might mean Belly has been trying to emotionally clean house. Before making her final choice, another photo shows Jeremiah on the beach, not at sunrise or sunset, but in the middle of the night. He's sitting near the old bonfire spot, hoodie up, legs crossed, staring at something in his hands. Though the image is blurry, fans think it's a Polaroid, likely one from the earlier beach days. Back when everything felt innocent and full of promise. There's something haunting about that. Feels like a goodbye. In knowing Jeremiah's emotional depth, if he's sitting alone like that, he's processing something big. Maybe Belly's words, maybe Conrad's actions, or maybe he's about to walk away himself. Now let's talk about Taylor, whose arc this season is slowly stealing the spotlight. One teaser image shows her dancing. In the kitchen, with Belly, both barefoot, surrounded by messy dishes and spilled flour, a rare moment of joy. But something feels off. Belly is smiling, but her eyes aren't. The fans caught it. A glance to the side where Conrad is standing, back turned, leaning on the counter. He's not part of the moment, but he's there. And that small framing, choice by the camera tells us, even in Belly's joy, Conrad's presence haunts her peace. A more emotional image reveals Laurel and Belly walking together on the boardwalk. Laurel is mid-sentence, her face serious but soft. Belly is looking down. This could be tied to that line from the trailer, "You don't get forever, Belly. You get now." Possibly a powerful mother-daughter moment that grounds Belly's final emotional choice. We've seen Laurel be strong, guarded, even distant this season. But this photo feels warmer, like she's finally stepping back into the emotional core of the story. One overlooked teaser also shows Stephen and Jeremiah arguing in the backyard, midday, with Stephen pointing at the car while Jeremiah throws his hands up in frustration. That image alone hints at something major. Maybe Jeremiah is trying to leave, and Stephen is stopping him. The fact that it happens during the day means it's not a side scene. This could be a turning point in the episode. And finally, the photo that broke fans in the comment sections. Belly hugging someone, but their face is out of frame. All we see is her arms wrapped tightly, her eyes closed, and tears running down her cheek. Is it Conrad? Jeremiah? Laurel? Taylor? The fact that the showrunners didn't reveal the other person is deliberate. That hug is important. It's not just a comfort moment. It's either goodbye or forgiveness. All these first-look images are painting a quiet storm, one full of emotion, unresolved feelings, and choices that can't be undone. They're not loud, they're not flashy, but that's what makes them more powerful. They speak directly to the heart of this show. Love, loss, and the fear of not choosing fast enough. In the next section, we'll explore fan theories, the smartest, craziest, and most heartbreaking predictions flying around the internet. And ask, what if episode 5 changes the love triangle forever? Asterisk, things are no longer simple at Cousins Beach. After everything that's happened this summer, the love, silence, the fights, the memories, episode 5 feels like the moment where everything comes crashing down, or finally clicks into place. There's a quiet heaviness building under the surface, the kind that doesn't need big words or dramatic music to tell you something is about to shift. From the first trailer shot to the latest teaser image, it's clear someone is walking away this time. Out. But the question is, who? Belly is stuck between two people she's loved in very different ways. And now, she's beginning to realize that loving someone doesn't always mean you're meant to be with them. The pain in her eyes, the way she keeps looking back, it's not about choosing a side, it's about choosing herself. For the first time, she's questioning everything. Is she really ready to be with someone? Or has she just been holding on to the past because it's easier than facing what's real? Conrad looks distant, like someone who's already made peace with. Letting go. He's not fighting anymore. He's not chasing after moments that slip through his fingers. Maybe he's realized that love, real love, can't be forced. And when he says, "I don't think she even knows what she wants," it doesn't sound angry, it sounds sad. It's like a boy who's finally accepting that the girl he loves might not choose him, and that he might have to walk away for her to figure that out. And then there's Jeremiah, still hopeful, still hurting. Something different in his eyes now. He's tired of being the one who waits. He's tired of pretending it doesn't hurt when she pulls away. That short scene of him on the beach at night, alone, holding on to an old photo, it says everything. He's not just waiting for Belly anymore. He's trying to protect his own heart too. Meanwhile, the bond between the friends, Taylor, Stephen, even Laurel, is beginning to stretch. You can feel the pressure on all sides. Taylor sees Belly falling into old patterns and wants to pull her out. Stephen's finally stepping into something more real with Taylor, but his focus is shifting too. He's trying to hold everyone together, but it's not his job anymore. And then there's Susanna. Her presence is still everywhere, even in silence. The letter Belly found, the things she still hasn't said out loud, they're shaping the way this story unfolds. Maybe Susanna knew this would happen. Maybe she wrote down more than we know. Maybe episode 5 isn't just about love. Maybe it's about truth. What makes this episode so intense isn't just what the characters are saying, it's the way they don't say anything. The quiet looks, the hesitations, the long pauses. Before a hug or a goodbye, these small moments are leading us into something bigger than a love triangle. This is about finally deciding what matters and what's worth letting go of. As the music fades and the screen turns dark, we hear Belly's voice in the trailer, soft, honest, breaking. I thought I was ready, but maybe love isn't about being ready. And in that one line, the entire season shifts. Maybe she's not ready. Maybe no one is. But the summer doesn't wait, and now they'll all have to decide what to hold on to and what to leave behind. Because in episode 5, someone is going to make a choice, and things will never be the same again. Asterisk, everything has been leading to this. The glances, the quiet, the unspoken feelings. Episode 5 doesn't just feel like another part of the story. It feels like the moment. Everything finally snaps into place or falls apart completely. This episode is where the summer heat stops being romantic and starts burning. Not in a sweet, dreamy way, but in the way hearts break and people change. We're not watching kids fall in love anymore. We're watching them grow up. One decision at a time. The trailer ends with silence. Just Belly's voice, soft, filled with confusion and quiet strength. Maybe love isn't about being ready. That line stays with you because it's true. You don't get to choose when love shows up. And sometimes it comes too early. Sometimes too late. But now, ready or not, the choice has to be made. Will Belly finally let go of the version of herself that belonged to Summer's past? Will Jeremiah still wait? Or will he finally walk away with his heart still whole? Will Conrad let her go, not because he doesn't care, but because he cares too much? No matter what happens, episode 5 is going to leave a mark. Whether it's a goodbye, a confession, or something unexpected the beach will never feel. It's the same after this. And that's why you can't miss what's next. Because this isn't just about who ends up with who. It's about growing up, grieving, moving on, and realizing that sometimes the bravest thing you can do is stop chasing love and start choosing yourself. So get ready, prepare your heart, and watch closely. Because in episode 5, someone finally says what we've all been afraid to hear. If you're holding your breath like we are, you're not alone. Stay with us. As soon as episode 5 drops, we'll break down every scene, every choice, every tear. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. And tell us in the comments after everything. Who do you think Belly should choose? Or should she walk away from them both? This summer, the story isn't just turning pretty. Turning real.